Michigan State taking on Davidson is pretty intriguing. So the opener, Davidson, some spots, a 1.5-point favorite. Southwood opened 1.5. Circa opened 1. DraftKings open pick. So in that range right now on the board of all, we're looking at Davidson. Let's see, I got that first number here. I've got right now 2.5 in favor of Michigan State at some spots, and this is the cool part about some of these numbers. You see that 1.5 there. There's 1.5 at DraftKings. There's 2.5 at another shop, and there's 1 out there as well. So this is a wide-ranging number now in favor of Michigan State. But I'll give you the floor of what you expect of the Spartans, who were a little down the stretch of the regular season.
Yeah, you're being kind. I thought this team was horrific at times.
Yep.
They're just not great offensively. They don't have that consistency. That's the one issue that I have with this team. But they have talent. We saw them play extremely well in the second half against Wisconsin, holding off the Badgers. They're actually rallying from a 4-point deficit. To me, when I look at this Davidson team, terrific shooting team. But there's a big difference when you go from that mid-major level in the A-10 when you face off against a team like Richmond, who doesn't necessarily have the height at every position that you're going to see out of Michigan State. Mm-hmm. This is going to be interesting to see how this Davidson team performs. Remember Lawyer, he's a Michigan State transfer, played for Tom Izzo, transfers down to Davidson, leads the nation in free throw shooting percentage at 93. It's had a tremendous year. But now you're going up against a team that can really challenge you on the interior and on the perimeter defensively. I'm not going to touch this game, JV team, but I lean with Sparty just based on the way Tom Izzo's teams always perform in the tournament. And then they have a huge athletic advantage in this one, and then they're going to have an advantage from a height standpoint.
Yeah, I like Davidson a little bit. I didn't play this, and you mentioned being horrific for the Spartans. So they're 53rd in defensive efficiency, but we brought this point up earlier. Make sure you look at conference play, make sure you look at recent form. So while they might be 53rd in defensive efficiency on the season, Michigan State, their efficiency dropped in conference play to 104.5. And if you look at some of the recent losses, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, and Ohio State, defensive ratings of 120, 119.9, 125.7, 122.9. They were atrocious on the defensive end at times, Michigan State, and that continued all the way through their loss to Purdue just this past Saturday. So something to keep an eye on there. But Michigan State, if they're going to be good, limit the turnovers, which have been a problem for Izzo teams because they like to get up and down the court, but also play better defensively.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. The one thing I'd push back with is this. When you look at their schedule and the games that they've lost at Purdue, at Ohio State, at Michigan, at Iowa, losing at home to Illinois, that's just over the last about 10, 12 games that they've played. I would contend that you're playing a top 25 team almost every night. These are tougher teams to play on the road. For me, I love athleticism and length. It's so hard to simulate shooting over length. That's a real challenge. We'll see how Davidson handles that.
Get prepared for all the madness with VSiN's tournament betting guide, daily best bet emails, plus full access to VSiN through April 5th for only $19 at VSiN.com/madness.